Good morning and welcome to a Somatic Pilates class. Today's class is super gentle. It's going to be ideal for anybody, but if you do have some tension in your hip flexors, or if you like to be on your back when you're moving and really sensing what's going on in your hips and your body in general, then this is a good class for you. It's a perfect Sunday class, or like a taking it slow class, or resetting your body. Okay? So when you're ready, we'll begin laying on the floor on our backs here. Begin by planting your feet on the mat. You want to have the palms of your hands open, and take a moment to notice how the soles of your feet are nice and grounded. The back of your pelvis, the back of your hips, not your lower back, but right beneath it, is nice and grounded into the floor. And then your upper back, your scapulas, the backs of your shoulders, and the back of your head is grounded. It's making an imprint in the floor. It's making a print. How do you say it? A trace on the ground. If you were laying in snow, then you would see the marks of these parts of your body, and of course your arms. Begin by pushing the floor through your feet. So just giving a little bit of a push. Now, if you're able to relax in your pelvis, your chest, your neck, then you will feel that push travel up your body. And you will feel sort of a rocking through your body. So if we now speed it up, we use that momentum, you will have one continuous movement, like a sort of a wave that's just rocking through your body. So let's stay here. So remember, you're pushing the floor, but you're letting go of your muscles. The more you can let go, the more you're going to move. It's going to be a theme for today's class. The more you can let go and just push, the more you can move. Alright, so just play around with it. Now, if you can feel your psoas activating here, or your hip flexors, you can place your hands on them. You can tell them to relax. You can slow down the movement, make it smaller, or you can speed it up, increase, and breathe. You can make sound that's helpful. One more big breath. And slowly come to stillness. Just enjoy whatever's going on. Notice what you need to notice. Good. Now let's dig the tailbone into the floor, tipping the pelvis. And then relax. Come back to neutral. And tip the pelvis the other way. So squeeze your lower back into the floor, lift the tailbone. Again, don't turn on your hip flexors here. It's all from the bones. Come back to neutral. Dig the tailbone in. So lots of air and space here at the front. And relax. Push your lower back down. Lift your tailbone. Keep going, just rocking your pelvis forward, digging the tail down, and rocking it back, nice and slow. If you notice any shaking, you can stop and do it slower. Breathe deeper. Really notice what you notice. Stay with it. Focus in. Now slowly come to a neutral position wherever you are. Find your way back to neutral. Place your hands behind your head. Close your elbows in front of your face. And now lift your chest ever so slightly off the floor, looking towards your navel in between your legs. So try to activate your tummy, but try to keep these hip flexors turned off. So just pay attention. Now you're going to slowly come back to the floor. Open up those shoulders, elbows. Dig the elbows a little bit into the floor, activating between the scapulas, between your shoulder blades. And relax. Close your elbows again. Lift your head ever so slightly so you can feel it in your tummy. It's not a sit-up. It's not about building muscle here, but you can feel it in your tummy, okay? Try to keep your muscles flat. So if you feel them bunching up, then don't go that high. And slowly come back down. Slowly. Open up your elbows. Dig your elbows into the floor. Activate between your shoulder blades. And relax. Okay, let's do this again. But we're lifting one knee at a time. So I'm lifting my left knee up, but staying in the middle of my body. Just a little up with the chest, little up with the knee. So it's not about building muscle. Try to turn off that hip flexor. That's so hard, I know. Try to turn it off. Try to stay flat here in your tummy, and then slowly release at the same time, synchronizing the movement. If you notice shaking, then stop, stay with it, and move more slowly. At the bottom, open up the shoulder blades. Open up the elbows. Dig the elbows into the floor. Activate between your shoulder blades. Good job. Let's do it with the same leg one more time. Lifting the left leg, lift the chest up. So I'm staying in the middle and not moving over towards that leg. Try to keep your tummy flat. You can bend a little further to release that hip flexor. And relax down slowly. Stay with the movement. Follow. Support it all the way. Focus. And open up at the bottom. Dig your elbows in. Let's go for the other side. Close your elbows. Lift your right knee. Let's come up. Small movement. Now you can play around with where that knee is going to be. Flatten your tummy. And come down. Slowly. Open up. Dig your elbows in. One more. Close. Lift up. Try to synchronize as much as you can. Your body's moving all together. One organism. And slowly give in to the floor, coming down. Try to meet the floor at the same time with your foot and your head. And open up at the bottom. Relax your hip flexors. Dig your elbows in. And relax. Okay, we're going to play around a little bit with turning in and turning out. So coming back to that left leg, let's turn it out. So that just means that I'm dropping the knee outwards and I'm thinking about the heel towards the center of my body. So I'm going to lift that leg up in a turn out position, like so. And I'm going to do the same thing with the head, lifting it up. So feel that connection from the heel to your sit bone, that's right here, through your navel and all the way up through your head. Lots of things to think about. And you're going to calm down, try to synchronize, try to turn off that hip flexor. It's a challenge. And relax at the bottom, dig your elbows in. One more time, let's close and lift up at the same time. Connect heel to sit bone, to navel, to head. And relax. This time you're going to extend at the bottom. Extend that leg long, squeeze between your shoulder blades, still in a turnout, kind of a turnout. So thinking about that heel. It's easier to access that heel to sit bone connection in this position. Turn off your hip flexor. By extending out from the leg, you're able to turn off those muscles at the front. We're just searching for it. Maybe we're not here today, that's fine. Okay, let's do it again. So heel to sit bone. And lift your head, lift your leg. Lots of things going on, just moving slowly. It's not about being perfect, it's about finding the connections in our body. And we're gonna move down. All the time you're thinking about turning off those muscles at the front of the leg. Meet the floor, try to meet it at the same time, and open up your elbows as you extend away. You're going to lift that leg up ever so slightly, and again try to extend out from the socket so you can turn off these muscles here. And you're just going to rock. So we're rocking, just kind of messing around inside that hip socket, so you can turn the leg out, turn it in, have it parallel. Just play around a little bit. Try to get a little bit of a rock. So it's just kind of stirring inside the hip joint. So you want to ground that opposite foot. That's what's going to give you stability to be able to rock without lifting. We're not lifting, we're rocking. So that means pushing the floor to get movement. All right, let's relax that leg in a parallel position. And then heel to sit bone. Let's bring it up. And let's just do one in a turn in position. So I'm turning my leg in, meaning that the knee is kind of rotating in towards the midline of my body. All right, this is a tough one. Close the elbows and let's lift the knee towards the chest and lift the chest in this awkward position. That's fine. So flatten your tummy, relax your hip flexor, really sink in here. And slowly you're going to come down. Try to meet the floor together. When you meet the floor, you're going to extend that leg and you're going to straighten it to a parallel. Dig your elbows in as you really straighten through. Good job. Before we move on, let's bring the opposite leg, so the right leg for me, closer to the sit bone. And I'm going to push the floor away through that bent leg now and lift my hip towards the right side of my chest. So I'm crunching at my right side and then relax. So pay attention. I am lifting with my muscles, clenching my muscles, but I'm also pushing the floor. So I'm helping myself, giving myself that push. So push the floor, lift the hip, crunch, create tension, then release tension intentionally. It's a lot of mouthful. All right, push the floor, crunch, create tension, and release. We do it 2 more times. As you do this now, I want you to focus on the opposite leg, turning off the muscles in the front, but extending through that heel, okay, at the same time. So I'm crunching in the side, pushing the floor away, and then I'm extending through that opposite leg. I'm becoming longer on the opposite side. I can even extend my arm to kind of find that line, find that pathway in my body. And now I release the tension. Relax. Let's do it one more time. It's helpful with the arm. You can play around. All right, let's push the floor, crunch, and extend through the back side of the body here. Connect to the back side. Heel to sit bone, to navel, to top of the head. Reach through your left side and relax. Beautiful. Let's repeat some of that on the other side, moving maybe a little faster. We'll do a fewer repetitions. Hands behind your head. All right, elbows up. Lift the head as you lift your right knee towards your face. It's not about, remember, it's not about building muscle. It's about building, I'm about to say consciousness, but being conscious about the movements we're making. That's not the right word. I'll find it later. And we release all together. If you notice shaking, you always stop, stay with it, you move slower, move through the shake, and try to synchronize leg and head. Open up the bottom, dig your elbows in. Only one more time. All right, close the elbows. So I'm using that left foot, I'm pushing into the floor there so that I can turn off the muscles at the front. Okay, let's just move here. I'm moving down. Can't be talking so much. Alright, try to touch the floor with your head and your foot at the same time, and then open up. You're going to extend that right leg long. Turn off the front. And turn that leg out. Connect your heel to the sit bone. You can touch if you need to. Touching from the outside just to know where is everything. That can be helpful. Then you draw the heel towards your sit bone, turning that knee out, and close the elbows in front of you and lift that leg up as you lift your head. Stay flat here. Push the floor so you can turn off here. So if you need to touch, this is your heel, this is your sit bone, find it. There's a line going here into your navel, into the top of your head. I've pulled that line now, that's why you're here. Now you're going to release that line. Everything is coming back to the floor. Head and foot touches the floor at the same time. Release that line, and you're going to extend away as you open your elbows. Dig your elbows in, and again, let's pull that line. I'm pulling the string. Leg comes in, head comes up, lift the leg, turn off your muscles, push the floor. Stay here a moment, find it. Become more conscious about what you're doing, and then release. You're going to meet the floor at the same time, your head, your foot. And extend the leg as you open up your shoulders, open up your elbows, dig your elbows into the floor. Good. Let's push the floor again and lift that leg and just rock. So I'm rocking in a turn-out position, parallel, turn in if you're able to. You can even release your hands. You can feel or touch your leg. So I'm pushing into the floor here. That's giving me stability. It's giving me the opportunity to lift that opposite leg without lifting it from the muscles on the front here. Okay, that's a push. That's allowing me to do that. And just stir away. Playing, stirring, searching. Notice what you notice. And fully relax that leg. Good. Let's move the left heel closer to the sit bone. And now you're going to push the floor, crunch the side, creating tension by pushing the floor and by lifting, crunching here, and release slowly. Let's do it again with that leg extension on the opposite side. So push the floor, crunch, lift your hip up, and then extend through the back side of your right leg. Extend long. You can extend your arm too if that's helpful to find that line, find the pathway. You just have to find the sort of kind of like a road. You're like in the car. You just need to find that road that's leading through the body there. Once you find it, it clicks. It's funny about that. And release. Let's do it one more time. A little faster. Lift, crunch, push the floor, and extend. Big inhale, and relax. Beautiful. Just going to extend your legs, extend your arms above the head, and just rock from this position. So how do you rock from here? You just flex and point your feet, and it's kind of intuitive. You just have to try, and when you can relax and really connect to that pushing of the floor, then you're just going to start feeling that wave through the body. If you're getting frustrated, if nothing is happening, sort of, you can go back to the one we did at the beginning of class with the soles of our feet planted in the floor. But it's nothing special, nothing too great. Just try, just intuitively rock. Let's move on to the side. Just come to stillness, enjoy that feeling. Kind of like water, mineral water running through your veins really fast. It's really pleasurable, the feeling. And you're going to just move on to the side, the one side that's easiest for you. Maybe the one towards me or towards your screen. Support your head. And you're going to lay in a 90-90 angle with your legs. So really comfortable position. You're nice and stable. Maybe you're using your hand to support. It's kind of like laying in bed or something. And then from here, you'll just extend that top leg. Make sure you're extending it really along the line of your body. So that's going to feel like you're moving it a little bit backwards almost. When you're nice and long, and I want you to find that length at the front. You're nice and long here. All right. Now you're going to push through the heel. So you can almost feel like you're pushing, like someone is grabbing your heel and it's pulling you towards the bottom of the mat. And release. So really visualize someone is pulling your heel. So it's pulling your heel out of the socket. Just do it a few times. Out of the socket and then releasing. So maybe you did that in gym class in school or with your friends, or maybe at the chiropractor. Someone's just pulling your leg kind of out. It's a very nice feeling. So pull out. Okay, this time when you release, and then you pull your hip towards your chest, like we did when we were laying on the back. And release. And come back to that pulling of the heel. Pulling towards the bottom of the mat. And now you are going with your muscles to pull that hip up towards your chest. And relax. And let someone pull your heel towards the bottom of the mat. And come back. Only one more. Try to disconnect from the front and connect to that highway that's going through there. Just connecting to that pathway. And now just fully relax. Let your leg go. Sink in towards the mat. Big breath. All right, let's stack the legs again. Arms come in front of the body. Palms together. Now we're making some circles, but we're doing it in a very specific way. So moving that top arm down towards your hip. Now you're going to reach back behind you with your arm. And when you find the floor, now you're going to allow your shoulder to open, your chest to open. And now give yourself a little bit of time to kind of come all the way back. So you're opening up your chest towards the sky, and then make a big half circle above your head. When you cross your face, now you're going to imagine someone pulling your hand, pulling you back to the side. Okay, do you see? So it's a little bit of stuff to think about. Moving the hand back, reaching back for the floor, reaching for that support. When you find it, now you're going to really open your chest and reach even further back. Now let the top of your back, the top of your back just meet the floor sequentially. So give it a little bit of time so you don't just fall in one piece. Now half circle above the head. When you cross over the face, now someone is pulling your arm, pulling you back. Beautiful. Let's do it 2 more times, just in our own tempo. So reaching back, meeting the floor, opening up the chest and allowing sequentially from that opposite side to meet the floor bit by bit, to open so we don't hurt ourselves. Half circle above the head, cross the face, pull and come back. Beautiful. 1 more time. Reaching back, reach for the floor, open the shoulder, open the chest, meet the floor bit by bit, just melting down like a sack of rice. And half circle above the head, someone is pulling you back. Beautiful. All right, let's just push the floor and sit up, swing the legs around and moving on to the other side. So it actually started raining a little bit here, which is nice. Just a little dabbing on me. So hopefully it's not going to rain any more than this. So stack your legs 90-90. Excuse me. Extend the top leg nice and long and extend it back so it's in line with your body. Now moving a little faster now, you're going to let someone pull your leg out of the socket and then squeeze in your waist here and pull that hip up. Pull out from the socket. So disconnect from the front, connect to the back and to that pathway through the body. Crunch up. So it's not about this part, it's about the back. And reach out, connecting that heel to the sit bone. Crunch up. And extend out. 1 more time. And crunch up. Let's do one last one here. Extend out. And crunch up. And extend. You're just going to fully release. Just fall into the mat. Let yourself relax. Okay, it's definitely raining. Oh. Alright, so we're just fully relaxing onto that side there before making those circles. So I hope you can hear the rain. It's such a nice sound. Just needed to get under covering for the camera. I mean, we've been out in the rain before. It's no big deal. Alright, let's stack the legs again. Extend the arms in front of you. Palms are together. And let's go for those beautiful circles. So the arm is coming down towards your hip, reaching back to the mat, opening the shoulder. And here is important, sequentially just melt down bit by bit through your upper back until you're completely open. Now half circle above the head, cross the arm over the face and let someone pull you back. Alright, so there will be differences from one side to the other. Maybe you're more like relaxed and open on one side and a little bit more stiff on the other. That's fine. Reach back, sequentially meet the floor. That's what we're working on, just noticing what's going on and allowing our body to just be in each part of the movement. Crossing over and pull yourself back. So we're so used to kind of just forcing things, I guess. Well, here you have the opportunity to really sense all those little bits in the movement that we usually just run through. And maybe sometimes we even skip because we're moving so fast. And arm in front of the face and pull yourself back. You'll do it 2 more times in your own tempo. So I like to explain it like, you know, a stop motion book where you have a lot of little frames And if you move quickly through that book, all the frames are going to make like a little story. It looks like a little movie. Now, in our body, we usually have like some of those frames are going to be missing, kind of. Like we lose perception of them, we lose contact. And these kinds of exercises, moving this kind of slow, is going to allow you to notice where the pieces are missing so that you can put them back in. Oh, I'm having a full-on shower. All right, let's close this off for today so that I can get back inside. All right, let's just push the floor, come up to seated. Cross at the ankles here. And we'll close the class together. Well, sometimes life happens. We just have to roll with it. All right, let's just have a little rock from side to side. Sitting up tall. So again, connect to the sit bones. The sit bones are pushing the floor. There's a line going through your sit bone, from the ground, through your sit bones, through your navel, your chest, coming out from the top of your head. That line is just pulling you up, 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 up as you're grounding. So you're pushing the floor, you're nice and heavy in your pelvis, but something is also pulling you up. And relax. We're going to squeeze the shoulders and lift them up 3 times. Squeeze and lift and relax. Fully relax at the bottom. 2 more times. Squeeze and lift. So squeezing here, the neck muscles, and relax. 1 more time. Squeeze and lift. And relax. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Nice and open, opening the heart here. And relax. Well, I guess you're opening the solar plexus rather than the heart. You can visualize a heart opening. And exhale. Last one. Squeeze your shoulders. And relax.